Okay, so World Health Organization, which is the highest organization when it comes to our health, says or gives out the statistics some years ago that only 5% of the world population are healthy. Only 5%, 500 over 100. So when you gather 100 people in a room, only 5 of them are healthy. And these 5, there's also a caveat to it. I don't know. Out of these 5% are children below age 5. So everybody you see when you go to your church, everybody gathered in your church, only 5% of them are healthy, and those 5% are in the children's session. Okay, everybody in the adult session, they are not healthy. Okay, when you go to your place of work, all of your colleagues, all of your co-workers, only 5% of are healthy, and these 5% are, maybe if you have any co-worker that is below age 5, so if all your co-workers are above age 5, that means all of them are not healthy. Okay, any gathering you go to the market, only 5% of that market is healthy, and those are children. So if there's no children in that market below age 5, that means everybody in that market is not healthy. Now, they now divided those who are not healthy, the remaining 95, into 2 categories. Out of that 95, 80% are sub-health. Okay? 80% are sub-health. And then 15% are diseased. 80 are sub-health, and 15 are diseased. So sub-health means I am not healthy, but whatever is wrong with me does not keep me stuck at home. I can still go to work, though I'm not healthy. I can still go to work. I can still go to church. I can still go to mosque. I can still go to parties. I can still, step out. I can still do exercise. I can still jog. I can still do all of this, but I'm not healthy. For example, somebody who has hypertension. Hypertension does not stop you from going to work. You can still go to work. Somebody who has diabetes. Diabetes does not stop you from going to church. Prostate enlargement does not stop you from going to parties, but you know deep down in yourself that you are not 100% healthy. These are the people who call sub-health. They are not healthy, but they know that they have something that they are managing. While the remaining 15% are the diseased. These are the ones that are stuck in the hospital already. The ones that have been admitted in the hospital, some of them are going to be found in the hospital or in the church that are praying for them for spiritual healing or whatever. Okay, so that means when you understand health, when you understand health very well, one, you will live long. Two, you will make money. So let's go into tonight's session because what I have in stock for you is pretty important. And somebody was even asking something related to this in the chat in the during the week, and I told the person, I hope the person is here. I told the person it is one of the things we're going to be talking about tonight. Okay, if you can see my screen, let me know in the chat. If you can see my screen, just type 1 in the chat. Let me know if you can see my screen. We have here strong bone, strong life. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Strong bone, strong life. How your bone health controls your whole body. How your bone health controls your entire body. You'll be seeing the relationship between that your bone and the entire body function. Some of the issues that you have been battling with are from your bone and you didn't know. Okay, that's what I'm going to be talking about tonight. Strong bone, strong life. All right. Now, if you can see the screen, this is like the frame of a building. This is how a building is first. Sometimes, this is how a building is started. Before this is what we call the building. This is the house. Okay, let me just say that way. Another thing that comes on this particular structure you are seeing right now is addition. This, when they say a house, this is the house. This is the building. This constitutes 90% of what you call a building. This everything you're seeing here, the foundation, the decking, the pillar, all of this here, that is the main building. So another thing, the remaining blocks that will be added to cover all of this space, the roofing, the electricity, plumbing, all of those ones are, supplementation. But this is the main building. So if anything, as you are seeing, if you look at the picture on the right, can you see that one? That one has collapsed. Why? The frame was not properly built. So if this frame you are seeing, if it stands, the building stands. If this stands and whatever addition is going to be done to this, if the addition fails, maybe the addition collapse, as long as this frame still stands, repair can still go on. But once this frame collapse, forget about the addition. So this is your bone. Your bone is your pillar. Okay? Your bone is the pillar that holds you. I hope you are with me. I hope you understand this. Okay? So this is your pillar. I hope you understand that my analogy, because I need you to understand this before we move ahead. This you are seeing on the screen is 90% of the building. Once this stands, once this is done properly, excellently, properly done, then the building stands for as long as possible. Even if the remaining things that are going to be added to this building, even if something happens to them in the future, they can still be easily replaced or easily repaired as long as this pillar, this frame stands. But once this pillar is faulty, then forget the building. So that is exactly what your bone is. Your bone is your pillar. Once your bone stands, once your bone is properly done, once your bone is healthy, okay, your skeletal system, once it is healthy, every other thing is easy to repair. Even if you have issues with any other part, it is easy to repair. But once the skeleton, once the pillar, once your bone is faulty, forget about every other thing. Just forget about it, okay? So that is how important the bone is, okay? So when the pillar is strong, even if the wall cracks, when the pillar of the house is strong, the foundation is strong, even if the wall cracks, it can easily be fixed, okay? But when the pillar itself is weak, the pillar of the house, once it is weak, once it is not done properly, every repair is going to be temporary. That means if the wall cracks and you repair it, it will come back again. The crack will come back again. Okay, and collapse is only a matter of time. Now let's proceed. So your bone, when we're talking about bone, some people only think bone is just about pain. Okay, I'm having pain. Okay, joint pain. Okay, anything the bone has to do with pain and mobility. Okay, if I have issue with my bone, if I have issue with my joint, I might not be able to move very well. I might have stiffness. No, you are correct, of course, but bone is more than that. Your bone does more than that. In fact, so much more than that. Okay, it's not just about pain. It's not just about movement. It's not just about mobility. It does much more than that. Okay, let me now show you some connections between your bone and other part of your body. Please pay attention. Okay, one, blood factory. Do you know that 90% of your blood is manufactured in your bone? Let me know if you are hearing this for the first time. Do you know that your blood, 90% of your blood is manufactured in your bone? 90% is manufactured in what we call your bone marrow. The red color of your bone, the red blood cell, the white blood cell, which helps with immunity, and the platelets, which helps with clotting of the blood when you have bleeding and etc. 90% of your blood cells are manufactured in your bone marrow. So when your bone is weak, your blood is going to be weak. And when your blood is weak, you'll be getting tired easily. You have poor healing. When you have wounds, you won't heal properly or you won't heal on time. When you are sick, you won't heal on time as well. And then you have low immunity. So there are people who are always low on blood. They're always having anemia. Anemia every time. They're always taking blood tonic, blood tonic, blood tonic, blood tonic. It could be as a result of bad bone. If your bone is not healthy, you have issues with the blood. All right, what else? Your bone is also a mineral bank. Your bone stores a lot of minerals that your body needs. Calcium is stored in your bone, magnesium is stored in your bone, phosphorus is stored in your bone, and so on, even iron, etc. And all of these minerals are vital for your proper body function, is vital for your muscle function, vital for nerve, even vitamin B12, all of these, they are stored in your bone. And all of these minerals are also very vital and important for heart function. So when your bone is not healthy, you'll be having deficiencies of all of these minerals. So there are about 3 to 4 parts of your body where you have the largest deposit of calcium. And these 4 parts are the part of our body that decays last when we die and we are buried. Let me know if you know the part of our body that decays last, the 4 parts of our body that decays last when we die and we are buried. When somebody dies and is buried, there are 4 parts of our body that decays last. The bone, number 1, yes. Your teeth, number 2. Your nail, the nail on your finger and the nail on your toes, that's 3. And then your hair, the hair. These are the 4 parts of our body that decays last. Every other part of the body decays very fast, but the hair, the bone, the teeth, and our nails. So these are the 4 parts that decay. And these are the parts that you have the largest deposit of calcium in your body, especially your bone. So when your bone is not healthy, you have mineral deficiency. So some people have been taking supplements, magnesium supplements, vitamin B12 supplements, iron supplements, blood tonic, this supplements, vitamin D supplements, blah, blah, blah. They'll be taking different form of calcium, etc. And they'll be having issues with their problem. Because when your magnesium is low sometimes, you might not be able to sleep very well. When your magnesium is low sometimes, you might be having palpitation, rapid heartbeat, irregular heartbeat. When your mineral bank, let's say vitamin B12 is low, when you have issues with vitamin B12, you'll be having issues with your nerve. So people having nerve issue like sciatica, they're having pain on the thigh. So people having numbness in the leg, numbness in the hand, all of these stuffs. Some people have issues with their eyes, problem with the optic nerve. All of these nerves will be having issues because your mineral bank is low. So for sometimes, for a lot of people, because they don't know, they will be treating that part that is having issue, not knowing that the problem is coming from where? The bone. So bone is more than just movement. Oh, okay. Another connection between the bone and vital body function is hormone. Your bone releases what we call osteocalcin. And osteocalcin is a hormone that helps to regulate insulin. Insulin is that hormone that is in control of your blood sugar. Okay, it regulates your blood sugar. It regulates the blood sugar function. Okay, so and insulin regulates your blood sugar. Osteocalcin regulates insulin itself, and the osteocalcin is released from the bone. So this osteocalcin regulates insulin. It regulates your energy. Sometimes you get too weak. You've eaten, but you are weak. You are not hungry, but you are weak. You've taken everything you're supposed to take, but you're still always weak. You get tired easily. 2 hours into work, you're already tired, you're already yawning. Okay. And then this osteocalcin also regulates brain function. So your bone health is connected to diabetes. Your bone health is also connected to obesity. And then your bone health is connected to your mood disorder. You're always having mood swing. You're always depressed. You're always sad for no reason. It could be from your bone. Are you with me? Are you with me? Okay. All right. Then your bone is also connected to your digestion. Calcium and magnesium from the bone affects the muscle in your guts, your intestine, your stomach, and everything. It helps in the control of movement of food and nutrient absorption. So when you have poor bone mineral, when the mineral in your bone is not balanced, is not, having an imbalance, you can have bloating. So for some people that have bloating, it's as a result of issues from the bone and they don't know. You can have stomach acid issues. Some people's stomach acid issue is as a result of issues from the bone, and all they'll be taking is antacid, omeprazole, etc. But they say that this issue keeps on coming back, not knowing that it's from the bone health. Their bone is not healthy. You can have constipation as a result of poor bone health. You can have slow digestion. You've eaten since Monday, but you are still tasting the food you ate since Monday on Wednesday, 3 days after. You are belching, and the belch is smelling like the food you ate 4 days ago. That means the food has not gone. You ate in the morning, and throughout the day, you are not feeling hungry. The next day, you're not feeling hungry. You're just forcing yourself to eat, slow digestion, because the food you ate 2 days ago or 1 day ago, you still feel it in your stomach. Poor digestion. It could be as a result of poor bone mineral. Can you see how important the bone is? Okay. What about blood circulation and heart function? It's also connected to the bone. Electrolytes are stored in the bone and they help to maintain proper heart rhythm and blood pressure. So when your bone is not healthy, okay, when your bone is not properly, supplemented, is not getting the required nutrients, is not effective, is not working well, circulation will suffer. You might not get blood circulation in part of the body. There are some people that have enough blood. When you do blood work, when you test for your PCV, you're always being told that you have enough blood, but you're always feeling dizzy. You have blood, but blood is not circulating well to some part of your brain, maybe. Okay? So it could be as a result from your bone issues. Okay? Then, if the bone is not properly healthy, you might have irregular heartbeats, palpitation, and you might have low blood pressure. I hope you know that low blood pressure is more dangerous than high blood pressure. Low blood pressure is more dangerous than high blood pressure. It's more dangerous than hypertension. Okay? All right. It kills faster. People can still manage hypertension for years. Low blood pressure kills very, very, very fast. So when the bone is not healthy, you might be getting dizziness because blood is not circulating very well. You might get delayed wound healing. When you have wounds, your wound might delay before they heal, and then your heart might not be working very well. So your bone health is very, 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 very important. All right. Now pay attention here. When the bone is weak, your posture also becomes poor. You might see some part of your body bending. You might see your body, bending to one part. Maybe when you walk, you tilt to one part, your head tilts to one part, your back is bending, your chest is protruding forward, or you are tilting to the left or right. Your posture is going to be bad. And when your posture is poor, poor posture shifts organ position. There's a location for each organ in the body. Once it shifts, there'll be problem. Sometimes the stomach shifts, especially for people who have ulcer, acid reflux, and they've been taking a lot of stuffs, and it's getting complicated. It can shift the stomach, and the stomach is very close to the heart. So when the stomach shifts, it can also shift the positioning of the heart just a little bit. And once the position of the heart shifts, you start having palpitation. That's why a lot of people who have ulcer also always have palpitation. Also always have this chest tightness and etc. Okay, so when your posture is also bad as a result of your bone weakness, it can shift your organ position, and this can lead to deformation. It can lead to immobility, you being not able to walk very well or finding it difficult to walk or move. It can lead to pain, and you will take painkillers till kingdom come and it will not go. It can lead to stress, and it can lead to poor organ function. For example, when you have poor posture, and your head is tilting too much to the front, like the first picture you are seeing here, this woman here, the head is tilting too much to the front. Can you see here? Can you see this back here? Let me draw something here. Hold on a bit so that okay. Can you see here? Okay, this how the spine is supposed to come, but it came this way, making this part, making the back bend, and making the head tilt forward. So this can affect the thyroid function. It can affect thyroid function, and thyroid is one of the gland that controls your digestion. It controls heartbeat. It controls your temperature. It controls your mood. It controls a whole lot. Okay, and issues with the thyroid affect your calcium absorption. Issues with the thyroid sometimes can lead to goiter that comes on the neck of women, most especially here, etc. Okay. For example, another example is, look at this one. This is the spine. This is how the spine is supposed to come, like this. Follow this line. Can you see here? Like this. But a spine came this way. It's tilting forward here, backward here. At the pelvic side, this is the pelvis. Okay, this can affect, because this is the area where the womb is. The womb, this is the area where the bladder is, and this is the area where your large intestine is also is. So when this happens, when there's this deformation, this person can have issues with the bladder. You see some people, they will tell you before they wake up in the morning, they urinate 5 to 10 times, and they're not diabetic. Men, it's not even having prostate issue. It's not diabetic. The woman is not diabetic as well, but there's issue with the bladder. Okay, because this deformation has changed the position of the bladder. Okay, also it can affect the womb. This is the womb area. You might find this person having miscarriage for no reason. And in Africa, if miscarriage is happening back to back and they can't find the solution, they say it is spiritual. They say it's their enemy. Their village people is not making her get pregnant. Okay, can also affect the colon. The colon is large intestine, which will also affect absorption of whatever food you eat and digestion, etc. Okay, look at this person. Look at this spine. The spine is supposed to come straight like this, but the spine is supposed to come straight like this. Here, the third picture. But let me change the color, okay, so you can see how the spine is. Look at the spine bending. It's bending to the left and right here. So it's bending here, and it's also bending here. This person will be suffering from back pain, and it might be suffering from nerve issues that is going to the leg, because from this spine there are nerves coming out like this that goes to the leg and every other part of the body. So they might be compressed at one point, and the nerve will be having issue going to the leg, having pain, discomfort, and they just keep on taking drugs upon drugs upon drugs upon drugs. They'll be telling them to do x-ray, telling them to do all of these stuff at the hospital till kingdom come. Okay, so your bone is important. Very, very, very important. Are you with me? Are you with me? Let me see if you are with me, okay? Perfect. So let's move on. So what are the signs that you see, that you can observe to know whether your bone system is crying for help? First, fatigue. Fatigue means weakness. You're always getting weak. You're always getting tired every time. That's the first sign. Second sign, you're having low blood level. They're telling you your blood level is low whenever you go for test, and you have been taking tonic, you've been taking supplements to boost your blood, but you're always having low blood issue, then it's one of the signs that your bone system is crying for help. Another sign is recurrent body pain. Always having pains. Recurrent body pain. You've been taking everything that you should take, but it keeps on coming back. It could be in the knee, it could be in your ankle, it could be at your waist, your hip, your neck, whatever joint, or it could be in the joint, it could be in the bone. It keeps on coming back, especially at the back, waist, and leg. That means your bone system is crying for help. Number three, you're having cracking joints. Your joint is always giving that cracking sound. Crack, 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 crack. When you sit and you want to stand up, you get that cracking sound. Crack, 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 crack. Or stiffness. When you wake up in the morning, you cannot bend your knee. You cannot bend your joint. It's stiff. They have to help you massage your knee. They have to help you massage your joints with maybe hot water and balm, maybe like Aboniki or rub every day before you can, move your joints. Or when you sit for too long, maybe you drive long distance or you traveled long distance while sitting down, maybe in the bus or on the plane. If you sit for too long, maybe even at the office, if you sit for too long, by the time you want to stand up, your joint is stiff already. You have to gently move up, and your age is still 40, you're still 50, even if you're 80, 70, okay? That means your bone is crying for help. If you have brittle neck, your nail is always breaking. Your nail breaks itself. Your nail is not strong, okay? Or you have weak teeth. Your teeth is always breaking. There are people that when they chew, their teeth breaks. When they chew, when they want to crack bone, their teeth breaks. Some people don't even need to crack something as hard as bone. Some people chew biscuits and their teeth break. Some people, when they get pregnant, their teeth removes. Okay? Or hair loss. You're always having hair loss when you, especially women, when you comb your hair, half of your hair fall off into the comb every morning. So you're always scared of combing your hair. Then your bone is crying for help. These are signs of low calcium. Okay? You're always feeling dizzy. Every time you are feeling dizzy, as a Muslim, when you bend your head and you want to raise, while praying and you want to raise your head, every time you feel dizzy. Even when you are not doing that, you are feeling dizzy. You are just seated watching television, all of a sudden you feel dizzy, and then it goes itself and it comes back again. Or you're always having low energy. You're always, so people are not especially lazy, but they're always having low energy. When it's about time to work, they don't have that energy then. They don't always have energy, so they seem lazy. And it can cost you your job, it can cost you your career, because no one knows the problem is as a result of your bone. They think you are lazy. You're always demotivated to work, okay? To even pick up your phone is a problem, okay? Then that means your bone is crying for help. Or you have slow healing of wounds. When you have wounds, your wound heals so slowly, it takes too long for it to heal. That means it's one of the signs that your bone system is crying for help. Okay? All right. So what are the root causes of weak bone? What are the root causes of weak bone? Let's talk about that. All right. First, your age. I hope you are learning. Your age. Your age is the first one we're going to talk about right now. See, as you grow older, as you age, let me do this analogy. Okay, look at the drawing on the screen. This is your bank. Okay, this is you. So at the beginning, you had some balance in the bank, and then every day as you go, as you work, as you're earning your income, you are saving up in the bank, your money lands in the bank every time. Okay, fine. This is you. But you have to spend money every day. You are spending money on your food, your whatever, everything you are doing. Okay. So out of these savings you have in your bank, you have budget. You have, okay, okay. Out of the money you have in your bank, you have the savings. You have this one that you are not touching. Savings. Okay. You are saving this one for future. And then you have the one that is current. That means this one will be covering your recurrent expenditure. Okay, you want to eat, you want to dance, you want to buy a car, you want to buy fuel. The money will be coming out from here. Okay, but this one you don't touch this one. This one is savings. All right. So as time goes on, you discover that your current account where you have money to take care of your daily activities, your daily needs, is depleted. It's depleted. There's nothing there anymore. But you still need to spend money. So what do? You now came here. You came to your savings. Okay, let me do it this way so that um, so you came to your savings. Okay, savings. So I need to eat. Oh, I'm hungry. But I don't. I'm supposed to withdraw money for this food from my current account, but there's no money in my current account right now. And if I don't eat, I will die. You. I've been hungry since 2 years. Or I've been hungry since 2 months. Okay, and I've been trying to manage. I'm trying to wait for money to drop in the current account, and nothing dropped, and I can't go further. If I don't eat right now, I think I'm going to die. So please borrow me some. I know the money I have in your in savings account with you. I know the money I have with you is supposed to be kept for future, for something. I have a project that I want to do in 10 years' time. Okay. I'm not supposed to touch it, but please borrow me 10,000 naira. Let's say you have 100,000 naira there. 100K. That's what you have in your savings. Okay. Please borrow me 10K so that I can use it to solve the problem at hand, which is feeding food. Okay. So once I eat this food, I'll have energy. And once I have energy, tomorrow I will go and work. And once I work, whatever money I make, I will pay back this 10,000 naira. Are you following? So savings will look at you, Mr. Let me see. Let me use somebody's name here. Mr. Additional. Okay, that's the last person I'm seeing here. Mr. Additional. Okay, you know this money is for future projects. I'm not supposed to give it. The standing under is I'm not supposed to give it for food, but I know that if you don't eat, something's going to happen. Okay, okay. So I'll give you this 10,000 naira. Use it for feeding. Tomorrow, please, I don't want to know how you want to get it. Just make sure tomorrow you return this 10,000 naira to me. And Mr. Additional say, okay, no problem. I will. I promise. So Mr. Additional takes 10,000 naira. What will be left in the savings account? 90K. Am I correct? So he goes, he eats, fine, he's doing okay, expecting that when he eats, tomorrow he's going to get probably a job, he's going to get a contract or, to make money and pay back. But nothing happened the next day. So he's unable to pay. So he's unable to pay the next day and he's hungry again the next day. He needs more money. So he comes back to the savings account. Savings, I beg go. Savings, immediately savings sees him. Savings says, yes, I hope you are here to pay the money you owe me from yesterday. Mr. Dina said, no, this happened. Sha, I'm unable to pay back that debt. But please, for me to be able to pay back this debt, I still need money to eat so that I can have energy tomorrow again to be able to work. Because if I don't work, I can't still pay all of these debts. Okay, I still need some money to eat so that I can have energy, and then I'll work and I'll pay you back again. Okay. So please borrow me again. Savings like, no, I'm not supposed to borrow you. You've not even paid the one you owe yesterday. But Mr. Additional say, no, now I know I've not been able to pay the one I owe yesterday. But even at that, if I still don't eat, I won't have energy to work to be able to pay back. So please, I think that 10K you borrowed me was so little. The energy I was able to get from food of 10K was not enough for me to work very well. So please, this time around, borrow me 50K. Okay. Savings says you have to promise me that this 50K I'm giving you now and 10K of yesterday, you must pay back everything tomorrow. The man said, no problem. I promise. So he gets another 50K. How much will be left in the account? In the savings account, how much will be left out of 100K? Got 10K and another 50K. How much will be left? Let me know if you're following. How much will be left? He got 10K, then another 50K, okay, out of 100K. How much will be left? Yes, 40. So there's 40. Can you see that the savings account is reducing gradually? I'm going somewhere. I'm just using an analogy so that you can understand what is happening. So he goes again and gets another food for day 2. Again, Mr. Additional or whoever he is, okay, was unable to pay again the next day. Came back again and says, Mr. Savings account, I'm unable to pay. I did everything today and I couldn't get a job. I couldn't make that money because I think they said there was a curfew today, there's a protest, and maybe I might get tomorrow. Ha. Steven, I say, hey, I'm reducing, from 100K, I'm now 40K. And you know what will happen if I enter zero? If I enter zero, there will be a problem. Oh. Mr. Additional now convince savings account again. Please, we are all hooked right now. I owe you 60K, and if I don't work, I can't pay you that 60K. Is that correct? Yes. But still, if I don't eat, I can't work. I still need energy to eat. So please, I think I'm still saying 40K with you. Please give me that remaining 40K. I assure you that tomorrow is the third day. There's no way, no how. I've tried this day one, day two. I've figured out exactly what I need to do to be able to get the job sure banker tomorrow. Please. To cut the story short, Mr. Additional eventually convinced savings account to give him the remaining 40K. Okay. So now the savings account is now zero naira. Okay, all of it is gone. Mr. Additional was unable to pay back. Now just take this analogy and let's go back into what we are talking about. That's exactly what happens to your body. You see, as you grow, you make use of calcium, the nutrients in your bone. Remember, your bone is a mineral bank. All of the nutrients in your bone, you are making use of them. As you are listening to me right now, you are making use of them. For example, your calcium. Any movement in your body requires calcium. As you move to the left, you move to the right, you went to walk today, any movement, any skeletal movement or muscular movement, even if you are seated or you are lying down still, as long as your heart is still pumping, okay, and your lungs are still breathing, going up and down, that's a movement, you are making use of calcium. If you clap, you're making use of, as I'm talking to you right now, I'm expelling a lot of calcium. So everything you are doing every day regularly, we are making use of calcium. Now, about 1% of the calcium that you need every day is in the blood. That's what you make use of every day. That's like the fuel. About 90% to 99% is in the bone. So every day, as you came back from work tonight, right now, the one in the blood, you've exhausted it. That's why when you get home, you are tired. Even if you didn't do any physical work, as long as your brain is working, your brain is taking a lot of energy, okay? So you'll be like, but I didn't do anything today. But as long as your brain was working today, or your brain worked today, you just feel tired. So you feel tired because the nutrient level in the body has gone down. Now, I'm talking about calcium now. Calcium is one of the nutrients. So it has gone down today. So what your body is expecting you right now, tonight, as we are talking right now, is for you to eat food, some foods, or for your food that you're going to be eating tonight, your dinner, to contain all of those nutrients that you've used today. All of the nutrients you use to go to work, to come back to work, to fulfill all of the obligations you have to do at work, to transport yourself, to drive, to do all of this, to speak, to call, all of the energy, all of the nutrients you've used today, exhausted today. Your body expects you to refill yourself back from your dinner. So tonight, your dinner tonight is supposed to contain all of these nutrients. Your dinner tonight is supposed to contain the magnesium you've used. Your dinner tonight is supposed to contain calcium. Your dinner tonight is supposed to contain phosphorus, all of these stuffs. But what did you eat tonight? You ate a bar. What did you eat tonight? You ate noodles. What did you eat tonight? Let me know. What did you eat tonight? Okay. So for most people, for most of us, what we eat does not contain the nutrients. So what happens is this: because the nutrient that your body gives you every day, you've exhausted one of today, and you're unable to pay back because you need that nutrient to work tomorrow. So when your body expect you to eat something tonight to replenish the one you've used and it does not get it, your body knows that if it does not find a way to replenish that nutrient, you won't be able to work tomorrow. You'll be tired tomorrow. So your body now goes to the bone and say, Mr. Bono, please borrow me some calcium. This man is supposed to eat some food that contains calcium tonight, but he didn't eat it. But please borrow me some of this calcium. So I will give him this borrowed calcium so that when he works tomorrow, by tomorrow night, he's going to replenish this calcium back into the body and I'll pay you. Okay, that's why when you come back from work in the evening, you are tired. By the time you have your bait, you sleep. By the time you wake up in the morning, the tiredness had gone. You've gotten another energy back. Okay, it's not from anywhere, it's not spiritual. That's what is happening. Your body is going to the bone to extract calcium every day. So it's expecting you to eat foods or take supplement that will replace the calcium, but you are not. So as time goes on, as we age, by the time you reach 30, 35, 40, 45, the calcium that your body, the bone needs has gone down. The bone has given out a lot of the calcium to you to use, and you've not replaced it. So you start having bone problem, especially from 30. Once you eat 30, you start seeing issues with your bone. you have pains, things you used to do before that you don't get pain, you now start getting pains, you get tired easily, you get fatigued easily, etc. That's exactly what's happening here. That is one. I hope the explanation I had to explain this so that you can understand. Once you hit 30, the problem starts. No matter how well you're able to do, you're able to dodge all of these thoughts when you're young. Once you hit 30, 30 is the age, both for male and female, you start having bone issue. Either your joint, your knee, your back, your whatever. You start having that pain slightly, or your shoulder, you start having the pain, or you start having low energy. Low energy. Even when you are as a married person, once you are when you have sex, you get tired easily. You're not be looking at yourself like when you in your 20s, you used to be very, very strong in bed, but now what's happening? What's happening? Start having that low energy from 30. Okay, that is one. Secondly, calcium is one of the nutrients that your body uses to neutralize acid. So all of the acid that comes into your body, the only part of your body that needs to be acidic is your stomach. Okay, so all of the acid that comes in your body through the processed food you eat, noodles, sugar, alcohol, smoking, bread, flour products, pizza, pop-off, donuts, burger, all of those milk, beverages, all of those processed food, cornflakes, all of those processed food you eat, they make the body acidic. So your body needs to extract calcium from the bone to neutralize the acid. Even drugs, chemical drugs are acidic. Okay, so for example, last week you treated malaria, use drugs. Those drugs will have caused some acidic, formation in the body, and your body will need to extract calcium to neutralize the acid. So as you keep on treating yourself regularly, or you are on prolonged usage of drugs, you've been on, let's say, hypertension drug for long years to manage your hypertension, or you've been on metformin to manage your blood sugar for long, all of those things makes your body acidic, and your body needs to cover up for that. Your body keeps on extracting calcium from your bone to cover for that. Keep on extracting calcium from the bone to cover for that. So as time goes on, your calcium level goes down, and you start having issues. You start getting weakness, you have fragile bone, pain, stiffness, inflammation, etc. So it is not spiritual attack. When you see people having, arthritis and osteoporosis, it's not spiritual attack. This is what has been happening. So this is just on age. Are you clear? Do you understand what I'm talking about right now? Do you understand what I'm talking about right now? Do you know talking, what I'm doing right now? Lecturing, talking, it exhausts a lot of calcium. So for those of you that your work really entails talking, you need to talk, you're a lecturer, you're an MC, you're a pastor, you're an imam. You talk every time, talk, you preach. Calcium is going. You're a teacher, talk. You work on the radio, you work on the television station, or your job needs you to keep always talk. Calcium is going. By the time you are retired like this, you have bone issues, etc. That is one. Now, let's go on. 2, gender. Please, I need you to pay attention here. You will notice that there are more ladies, or there are more women who have arthritis than men. If you gather 10 arthritis patients right now, 7 to 8 will be women. What is happening? What is causing it? The way women bodies are, women loses more calcium, or women lose more calcium. Women lose more calcium more than men. There are more ways for women to lose calcium more than men. Firstly, let me just give it to you like this. Women, when you are menstruating, you lose calcium. When you are menstruating, you lose calcium. Now, I need to ask you, you can answer in your mind. How many years did you menstruate for? Some people started menstruating at the age of 10, and they stopped menstruating at the age of 50. That means they menstruated for 40 solid years. And for each month, they menstruate for 3 days to 5 days. As you are losing that blood, you are losing calcium. So that means you lost calcium for 40 solid years. That's one. Because estrogen, one of the female hormones, is what keeps calcium in women's body locked in. So when anything happens to estrogen level, when the estrogen starts dropping, calcium also leach out. So when women have irregular periods, if you're having irregular periods or used to have irregular periods, you have calcium loss. If you use contraceptives, drugs that prevent pregnancy, you lose a lot of calcium. There's possibility you have bone issues. If you abort a lot of time, back to back, and your body did not recover quickly or on time, there's possibility you have bone issues. Okay? When you give birth, you lose calcium. Because when you get pregnant, it is the calcium in your bone as a mother that the baby in you will extract. The baby will draw the calcium in your own bone to form its own bone. And you carry the baby for 9 months in your belly. That means the baby in your belly is drawing your own calcium for 9 solid months. And you had 3 children or 5 children. Let's say you had 5 children. That means your firstborn took your calcium for 9 months. The secondborn took the remaining calcium for 9 months. The remaining small calcium that is left, your thirdborn took part of it. Your fourthborn took part of it. The fifthborn took part of it. Some people gave birth to twins. Baby one, baby two, baby one, baby two, drawing your calcium for 9 solid months. So by the time you are older, by the time you are reaching 30, 40, 45, bone issues will start coming up, especially if you are not even supplementing calcium. Then women, once you are getting to menopause, once you are reaching menopause, the estrogen that helps to lock in calcium in your bone so that you won't lose a lot of calcium. Once women are reaching menopause, their estrogen level drops by 90%. 90, 9 out of 10 drops. And the estrogen is like the gatekeeper. The estrogen is like the gate man that is not making calcium leave your body. So once the estrogen leaves, once the estrogen level drops, calcium will start losing. You start losing calcium. In the first 5 years of menopause, you will lose about 20%. 20% of calcium. Imagine. So that is how a lot of women lose calcium. So the pain, body pain, back pain, joint pain, etc., comes as a result of this. It is not spiritual attack. Okay, let's look at for men. For men, there's one hormone called testosterone. Testosterone is the hormone that makes men have erection, that makes men men. Okay, that makes men have beards, makes men have all those male features. Okay, so once you reach 30, once a man reaches 30, you start losing 1% of your testosterone every single year. That's if you're even healthy. That's if you're even working out, doing the regular thing. If you are not healthy, if you're not paying attention to your health, you'll be losing more than that. So every single year, as from 30, you'll be losing your testosterone every year, every year. That is why once you reach 30, you start discovering that your sexual performance is not as good as before. Before, when you were younger, when you sleep and you wake up in the morning, a man will have erection, even if just waking up in the morning, because during sleep our hormone resets. So when you wake up in the morning, you're supposed to have an erection. But you notice that once that gets into age 30, age 31, 32, you no longer have that erection like before. Okay, and this testosterone is what helps men also lock in calcium in their bone. So as you reach 30 and you start losing your testosterone, you also start losing calcium, and the bone starts having issue. Then lifestyle. So men don't exercise. Men drink more alcohol generally than women. Alcohol will kill you. It will take out all your calcium. Smoking, calcium is going. Stress, men go through, on the average, maybe more stress. Maybe I'm biased because I'm a man. More stress than women, maybe in some aspects, but there are aspects where women go through more stress than men, of course. Yeah. Okay. So the stress also leads to, because when you are stressed, your body releases cortisol, and cortisol makes calcium leach out. Because cortisol, once the cortisol level is high, your testosterone level will drop. And once testosterone level drops, calcium starts leaving the body. Then when you have belly fat, so for any man that you see that has belly fat, there are two things that are sure. First, calcium is going out of the body. And two, should I say it? For men, the bigger your belly, the smaller the penis. The bigger, as the belly of a man is protruding, the penis shrinks. So any man you see with big belly, just know that the penis size is not the accurate size that God has given him. So once the person, burns belly fat, the penis size will, be back to what God naturally gave that person. Okay. So belly fat also is connected to drop in calcium level, and it affects the bone. Number 3, acidic diet. Statistics shows that men takes more alcohol and more meat than women. So meat also leaches out calcium from the bone. So if you want to live long with good bone, you can't be a meat person. Okay. Then alcohol, then caffeine. Talking about alcohol, some people take alcohol for pleasure, for leisure. Okay, they go out for social drinking. Why some people mix herbs with alcohol? They soak herbs and concoction in alcohol. It's the same thing, no? You drink agbo, you drink herbs and alcohol, the same thing. Your body does not know you are taking the alcohol with herbs. When you take herbs that is soaked in alcohol into your body, once it gets into the body, your body separates it. Your body will separate the herb and will separate the alcohol. The alcohol will still go through the normal way the normal alcohol will go through. So the same problem that somebody who is taking alcohol socially will face, you that you drink alcohol with herbs will also face that issue. Exactly the same thing. Okay. Then caffeine from energy drink. If anybody here is listening to me right now that takes energy drink, today must be the last day you take energy drink. Energy drink is a kidney killer. is one of the things that is trending in Nigeria right now and is causing a lot of kidney issue. Energy drink. Energy drink. And some people even mix energy drink with alcohol. They will buy a Red Bull or Power Horse and they'll mix it with alcohol. Alcohol will kill the liver. Energy drink will kill the kidney. So you are dying faster. You are going. Then processed foods. All of this acidifies the body. And when the body is acidic, the body will need to pull out calcium from the bone to neutralize the acid, and calcium is going. Okay. And men, most times, they overwork themselves without recovery. They don't give themselves time to rest. Men strain their body, they do all of work, they do all of those heavy lifting, work that requires heavy lifting, like mechanic and also all sorts. There are more men studying engineering courses than even women. There's usually more men in engineering department than women. Okay, so they do all of those work that requires heavy lifting and etc. And they don't give themselves enough nutrition to recover and enough rest. And all of this cause micro bone damage. The bone is damaging gradually. And in the future, by the time they are 40, 50, 60s, they start having stiffness, they start having pain, they start having fatigue, arthritis, etc. Okay, let me go on. Are you with me? There's another cause, which is genetic. I'm going to talk about the solution too, but let me just explain to you the causes of all of these things. Because Bob Marley once said, if you don't know where you're coming from, you won't know where you're going. You need to know your history to know where you are going to. So you have to know what are the causes of this problem so that we can understand how to solve it. Genetics. Your gene largely determines your bone mass and reserve. So that one is for sure. There are people that genetically, naturally, they have thinner bones, they have more porous bone, and their bones are prone to weakness. It's generally so. For such kind of person, that means you need to supplement more. You need to supplement more. Okay. Another cause. Okay, the fourth cause of bone issues is strain and accidents. Strain from work, like I said, you lift heavy objects, all of these stuffs. Okay, it can lead to that. Sports, if you've played sports in the past or you still play sports, okay, you can have strains, you can have micro bone damages if you're not careful. Minor injuries like you fell and they told you, Daddy, are you okay? So, yeah, I'm fine. Something could have happened in the body that is waiting for you in 10 years' time. People who own cars and people who, journey on road in Nigeria with a lot of potholes, the car is just entering pothole, baga. Your back is growing gradually. You might be having micro damages at your back area, your knee, your hips, etc. So 20, 30 years time, the effects can come up and you won't know what caused it, not knowing that it's as a result of accumulation of all these damages that have happened in the past. Okay. So strains and accidents. Some people have even been involved in full accidents and they say nothing is wrong with them. They're okay. They go to church, they give Thanksgiving, not knowing that some little damages have been done to the bone. And from this micro bone damage, minerals that are supposed to be locked inside the bone start depleting, they start escaping, and the bone starts getting weaker by the day gradually. Okay, that's another cause. Another cause, this one is a crazy one: inflammation. Now, inflammation in itself is our body's way of repairing our tissue, our cells when there's a problem. Let me just explain how it works. Okay, when there's an injury, the injury could be outside of your body and it could be internal injury. Your cells might be damaged, your tissues might be worn out, okay? Or when there's an infection or poor nutrition, what the body does is this. The body sends warmth, heat to the affected area because heat invites immune cells to fix the body. Now, for a lot of people, when you're about to fall sick, you have fever. Fever is your body increasing the temperature. Once your body notices something that has come into your body and can kill you, let's say a virus has come into your body and can kill you, your body understands that heat will invite immune cells that will come and help you fight those viruses. One. Two, your body also understands that a lot of viruses, so many of them, can't survive very well where there is heat. That's one of the reasons why Nigeria and Africa really escaped COVID-19 to an extent, because it has already been projected that COVID-19 was going to kill a lot of us because our border was porous. Anybody can come, anybody can go. But because of that heat, that's why COVID-19 did so badly. Did so well, did excellently in countries that have, cold temperature, temperate region, okay? And it did very badly and awful in this area, okay? So there are viruses that cannot survive in heat. So when your body notices all of those, foreign objects in the body, it increases the temperature. So that's fever. So fever is one of the process of your body trying to heal you, but you don't know. So what do you do when you have fever? You start taking drugs to cure the fever. You're not supposed to take drugs to cure the heat. You're not supposed to take drugs to heal off the heat. You're supposed to assist the body. You're supposed to, at that period of time, you're supposed to be drinking warm water, not cold water. When you have fever and you see that it's a result of your body trying to heal you or trying to prevent something happening to you, you're supposed to assist the body. You're supposed to take warm water, not cold water. You're supposed to bathe with warm water, not cold water. Okay? I'll talk about that some other time. These are traditional medicine that a lot of us have thrown away and we're just relying on drugs, etc. So when your body notices an injury, either internal or external, an infection or poor nutrition, your body sends heat to the affected area, and the heat invites immune cell. These immune cells, what they come to do is to fix the problem, to heal the problem. Okay. So at first, this is good because this heat is bringing immune cells and it can help with healing. And so, because of this heat, you might feel redness. You might notice redness in that area. You might notice warmth. You might notice that a part of your body is warm, is hot, or swelling, or pain. That's your body working. That's inflammation. Okay, the part of the body is inflamed. But when this inflammation stays too long, the heat is supposed to come, do what it's supposed to do, and go back. It's supposed to be for a short time. It's not supposed to stay for an extended period of time. So when there's a malfunction in the body and this inflammation is staying for too long, it becomes harmful, and it starts damaging your tissue again, especially your bone tissue, your joint, your heart, and organ. So inflammation, very, very deadly. It's also one of the hidden causes of high blood pressure and diabetes. Inflammation. Okay. So you're supposed to protect yourself from having, injuries, especially internal injuries, every time by eating right. When you eat food, when your diet is poor, you have inflammation. Do you know that when you take vegetable oil, most of the vegetable oil, seed oil, causes inflammation? When you fry your food or when you smoke your food, all of this causes inflammation internally. And this will be happening internally, and you won't know. You will sleep, you wake up, you thank God for waking up, knowing that your body is dying slowly and things are happening in the body, and eventually it can result into joint pain, etc., arthritis, osteoporosis later in the future. Okay? Then the last one is acidic body. When your body is acidic, your bone will be weak. When your body is acidic, the bone will be weak. And calcium is the body's most powerful antacid. So when your body is acidic, your body keeps on going to your bone to extract calcium to neutralize the acid. And by so doing, the calcium level in your bone will start reducing. So what are the things that makes your body acidic? Firstly, animal protein. If you like to eat meat, you have bone issues. Meat. Milk, you have bone issues. If you like processed foods, you always go to the grocery store, you go to Just Right, you go to ShopRite, you go to Ebiano on weekend, you buy all of those rubbish. You have bone problem in the future. Or you take your children to eat processed food, shawarma, pizza, donuts, burger. That's what you eat. You think you are taking care of them. You are killing their health gradually. Every Sunday, you take them to Tantalizer. Every Sunday, you take them to Chicken Republic, and they eat all of those fries, all of those processed foods. You are going. Early in the morning when you wake up, you take cornflakes, you take bread, flour every time, noodles, spaghetti. You are dying gradually. Okay, you are just cutting your life short gradually. Okay, so it's going to make your body acidic, and acidic body does not only affect the bone. Acidic body also, helps cancer to thrive. Once the body is acidic, cancer thrives in a body that is acidic. Okay, what other things makes the body acidic? Sugar, refined sugar, soft drink. So you need to do an audit. You need to do a kitchen audit and your refrigerator audit. Check your kitchen and refrigerator. Whatever processed food you have there, as from today, start replacing them with natural alternatives. Maggi, replace Maggi with natural seasoning. Okay, sugar, take out sugar from your life forever. Okay, another thing that makes the body acidic is chronic stress. You work but you don't rest. You are meant to rest for 8 hours. Even God rested. God rested. God, according to the story, he rested. Okay, talk less you. So you must rest. You must find a way to rest. You must. I don't know how your schedule is or your routine is, but you must rest. Sickness does not respect your schedule. People that are in the hospital too, they have a job. People that are in the hospital, they have a business. People that are in the hospital also have financial responsibility. You must find a way to rest. It is left to you to not know how to adjust. Okay? Poor sleep, some people don't sleep very well. You're already in your 40s, you're in your 50s, you're in your 60s, and you're doing night vigil every day. You are going to die early. I'm just going to tell you the truth. That's the truth. You're doing VG every day, every day, every day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, VG, 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 VG. Most of the things you are praying about are not even spiritual issue, and you think that's spiritual issue. The same God that answers prayer in the midnight can answer prayer in the afternoon. Okay? The same God is there yesterday, today, and tomorrow. There's no special God in the midnight. There's no special prayer answering mechanism in the midnight. The same God in the midnight. All your prayer needs is just faith. So you can pray anywhere. Okay? So you are doing vigil every time. VG, 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 VG. Your life is going gradually, and the bone is going to be affected. These are the things that people don't know. They keep on treating themselves, taking drugs to treat themselves, but the cause of the problem, they are still going through it. For example, if you are treating arthritis now and you don't rest very well, you go for vigil every time, you won't see results. Okay? Then medication, drugs. Drugs also make your body acidic. Alcohol makes the body acidic. Okay? Alcohol is toxic. Alcohol is toxin. That is why when you drink alcohol and you get high, what did they say has happened to you? They say you are now intoxicated. Intoxicated. That toxin, it is toxin. Intoxicated. So alcohol is poison, is a toxin. So why take it? Then environmental toxin like smoke, all of these stuffs, okay? These are the things that makes your body acidic and it's going to affect your body. So what is the solution? I hope I've been able to enlighten you on some of the causes. Let me know if you got a whole lot tonight from the course before I move to the solution. I'll be done in a couple of minutes now. Did you gain value from the explanation so far? For yourself, for people around you, your mom, your dad, your children, your wife. As from tonight, there are certain things you must stop doing in your house for your health. You can't be a TNS member and always fall sick. You can't be a TNS member and not know how to take care of your health. Okay? You must know how to prevent all of these problems. So, for example, meat, for example, Maggi, all of these stuff are things you have to start reconsidering right now. Alcohol, you have to start reconsidering them. Okay? Smoking. There is a warning on the pack of cigarettes that says Federal Ministry of Health warns that smokers are liable to the manufacturer of what you are taking and the Ministry of Health is telling you that this thing that we made, or this thing called cigarettes, now we do them. We are telling you that if you take it, you are going to die young. They say smokers are liable to die young. I'm telling you that if you take this smoke, you are going to die. Now me do them, and they tell you, and you still go buy them. Now me do them, and they tell you, say if you take this thing, you go die young. And I even wrote it conspicuously, boldly on the pack that if you take it, you die young, and you are taking it, you are buying it without advert. Okay, if you look at the packaging of alcohol, they will tell you drink responsibly, giving you soft warning, drink responsibly, soft warning. Imagine. So we keep on taking all of these things, taking them, and when the problem comes, we now start running helter-skelter. Okay, so there are things that you need to change henceforth right now from tonight. Don't wait for tomorrow. There might be a reason why this class is coming today. It might be for one person here. There might be somebody here listening here, or somebody who knows you here that is about to make a mistake that is going to cost him his life maybe tomorrow. Maybe that's why this thing is coming here. It might be somebody here or somebody that knows somebody here that's about to do something or that's about to continue with their usual habits, and that usual habit has accumulated in the body, and any addition from tomorrow was going to, maybe it's probably going to lead to something that they cannot recover from again, that they can't reverse from. That's going to lead to a permanent problem. Maybe that's why the class is coming here. There's always a spiritual reason for everything happening. Okay, so as from tonight, you need to adjust. Okay, all right. So let's talk about solution. The ultimate solution. Let's say you are just seeing this for the first time. You have made all of these mistakes, or you have somebody who have made all of these mistakes that is already down with bone issues, arthritis, osteoporosis, joint pain, stiffness, all of this stuff. So what is the solution? Okay. All right. So the first solution is what I call HIIT, high intensity interval training. Nobody will ever expose all of these things that we're exposing to you here. None. Okay. And the reason why we're exposing this is because we are in the wellness industry. Wellness. Somebody type wellness in the chat. We are in the wellness industry. We are in the wellness industry. Somebody type that in the chat. Wellness industry. Wellness. Yes, we are in the wellness industry. As you are listening to me, you are in the wellness industry. Okay. We thrive when people are well. We make profit. We make money when people are well. Okay. We are in the wellness industry. So we are promoting wellness. Other form of let's say the hospitals. Hospitals are in the sickness industry. They make money when you are sick. Okay. If you don't fall sick, doctors don't make money. Okay. So they are in the sickness industry. So if somebody makes money only when you are sick, do you think that person will tell you the secret not to be sick? If a doctor tells you the secret for you not to fall sick, how will he make the next money if you don't fall sick? He needs you to be sick to come to the hospital. So they are in the sickness industry. We are in the wellness industry. We promote wellness. We make money when we are well. That's why you are buying your personal PV every month to make sure you are well, to make use of those products to make sure you are well. And you are making the company is paying you for doing things that will make you well. You are making use of the personal PV, you product for yourself to keep your health intact, and the company is paying you. The company is also paying you if your downlines are also buying their personal PV to make use of those products so that they are well. As long as they're making use of that personal PV and they are well, the company pays you. So you are being paid because you are well. The hospitals, the doctors at the hospitals are being paid because patients are sick. So they are in the sickness industry. We are in the wellness industry. So most likely those who are in the sickness industry will never reveal what I'm revealing to you. Lie. They might know. Some of them don't even know. Okay. But they will never reveal this to you. Okay. They will bombard you with drugs. Okay. So the first thing you need to do is what I call HIIT, high intensity interval training. So this high intensity interval training is a special type of exercise that helps to mop up the acid in your joint, the acid in your body. Okay. So this is what you do. It's a combination of two things. First thing, for 3 minutes, you will do high intensity exercise where you will jog. Like, for example, you might have a skipping rope and you might just be jogging on the spot. You do an exercise that will make your heart rate go up. You do something, or maybe, yeah, you skip or just run very fast for 3 minutes. So that at the end of 3 minutes, your heart rate will be up and you'll be gasping for breath for 3 minutes. Then after that, you will rest for 9 minutes. You slow down for 9 minutes. Then you do again 3 minutes high intensity exercise. You rest for 9 minutes again. You do intensity 3 minutes. You rest for 9 minutes. You can do it 6 repetitions. You can do 6 repetitions. Okay, 6 repetitions. Who understands that? Because I want to share one secret to this again. Who understands that? High intensity exercise, like running up the hill or jogging on a spot or skipping rope, something very fast that you do for 3 minutes, such that your heart rate will be up, you'll be gasping, you'll be breathing so fast. Then you rest again for 9 minutes. You stop for 9 minutes, then you do again 3 minutes. That's the system to it. 3 minutes fast exercise, 9 minutes recovery. 3 minutes. That's why it's called high intensity interval training. So 3 minutes high intensity, then 9 minute interval. I hope you get that. As simple as that is, it will help. It will mop up acid in your joints and in your body. If you are just an ordinary person, probably I wanted to probably lecture you. I'll just stop at that. But tactical um, there's one secret that we in TNS as TNS member make use of. It's called the TNS thermal meridian machine. Okay, so when you do the 3 minute high intensity exercise, that 9 minutes that you want to rest for, you will stand or sit. You sit, place your leg on the thermal meridian machine. TNS has a machine called thermal meridian machine. Let me just show you how this machine works. Okay, just please pay attention. Pay attention right now. Please, were you hearing the sound of the video? Were you hearing the sound of the video? Let me know, were you hearing the sound of the video? Yes, no, yes, no. The video was, there was a voice in the video talking. Okay.
Light wave effect with biological radio frequency magnetic energy.
Okay.
Through a foot active.
All right, so let's start again.
The most healthy, flexible, and energetically vibrant state of the human body occurs when the body temperature is between 36.5 degrees Celsius to 37.1 degrees Celsius. When the body temperature drops by 1 degree Celsius, life energy decreases by about 20%. The body may experience various discomforts such as blockage, congestion, dampness, and stiffness, leading to suboptimal health. Therefore, the key to health maintenance lies in addressing issues such as blockage and dampness, naturally promoting a healthier body. Relying on traditional Chinese health culture, we introduced confocal terahertz technology from the United States and bioradiofrequency magnetic energy from Israel. TENS has developed a new generation of cellular energy device, TENS Thermal Meridian Massager. Combining the terahertz light wave effect with biological radiofrequency magnetic energy. Through a foot-activated system, heat is transmitted from the feet to various parts of the body, facilitating energy transfer and revitalizing the body. The principle involves the interactive effects between the radiofrequency magnetic field and bioelectricity. It aims to maintain the body's electromagnetic field while utilizing 1 MHz radio frequency that can penetrate to a depth of 3 cm, reaching the bones without affecting the extracellular matrix activity. This penetrative ability allows the application to various internal body positions, promoting cellular vitality, dispelling cold and dampness, clearing meridians, and supporting fat burning. Utilizing precise terahertz waves in the range of 8 to 15 micrometers, compatible with the human body, easily penetrating 3 to 5 centimeters through the skin, directly affecting deep tissues. Through synergistic resonance, it improves microcirculation and supplements energy to life cells. The feet are considered the second heart of the body. As a person ages, the feet tend to weaken first. In traditional Chinese medicine, it is said that cold originates from the feet. TENS Thermal Meridian Massager, through foot-activated experience, transfers heat from specific acupuncture points on the feet to corresponding parts of the body. This replaces traditional methods like herbal foot soaks and manual massages, reaching deep into the body's acupoints and meridians. The sensory energy transfer effectively channels energy from the soles to the entire body, facilitating the conversion of internal energy within the body. The TENS Thermal Meridian Massage is suitable for various populations, offering 6 major effects to improve microcirculation and enhance overall health quality. Designed with professional technology for customized health, the TENS Thermal Meridian Massager features 6 user-friendly settings for clear and straightforward use. It includes a thoughtful adjustment of 10 levels of radiofrequency intensity, with a pulse intensity ranging from 1 to 1.5 kV, catering to the diverse needs of users across different age groups. By combining confocal terahertz waves with biological radiofrequency magnetic energy, the TENS Thermal Meridian Massager uniformly introduces energy waves throughout the entire body, promoting deep thermal circulation. A 30-minute session each day is equivalent to 10 acupuncture sessions, 20 cupping sessions, 30 massages, or a 2-kilometer slow jog. Let your body embark on a delightful and invigorating journey with TENS Thermal Meridian Massager, a spa experience like no other.
All right. Okay. That's an amazing thermal meridian machine. So it combines terahertz wave and bioradiofrequency magnetic energy. That confocal terahertz wave is a technology from the United States of America. And then the bioradiofrequency magnetic energy is a technology from Israel. combined with traditional Chinese medicine, 3 powerhouses combined. That machine is super. So 10 minutes on this machine is equal to jogging for 2 kilometers. Just 10 minutes on it equals to 2 kilometers jogging. So what you will do, you'll be making use of it in the high intensity interval training. So 3 minutes of high intensity exercise and then 9 minutes on the TENS meridian massager. Then you go again 3 minutes high intensity exercise, then 9 minutes on the TENS meridian massager. 3 minutes, you do it about up to 6 repetitions. That will clear off acid in the joint. You can do it regularly. Okay, for anybody who's battling with bone issue, arthritis, all of this, etc., osteoporosis, etc. Okay, all right. Okay, the second thing that you add to that after high intensity interval training is your diet. We've talked a lot about this. We've touched on this again. Okay, so you avoid meat, you avoid caffeine. Caffeine from if you take coffee, if you take energy drink, a lot of some painkillers also have caffeine. Some soft drink, I think Coca-Cola also has caffeine. You can check. But coffee has caffeine. Cola nuts also contains caffeine. Energy drink, you avoid that. You avoid milk, okay? You avoid alcohol. You cannot want to treat bone issue and you are still on alcohol. That person is joking, okay? Alcohol, sugar, you avoid sugar, and then you avoid processed foods, sardine, noodles, spaghetti, bread, what else? Processed food, tin tomato, artificial seasoning and the Maggi, etc. All of those stuff, you have to stay away from them. You eat natural. Let most of your food be natural. Then you eat more of vegetables and fruits. But if you have yeast infection, you reduce the fruit. Okay, you eat more vegetables and fruits. Then you cook with coconut oil, olive oil, palm oil, and avocado oil. Avoid vegetable oil. The ones Yoruba call ororo, avoid that. Maybe some other time we'll be having a big explanation on that, okay? We're going to be having training every Wednesday, so okay, no problem. Okay, so avoid vegetable oil. Okay, these are the oils you can use. Coconut oil, virgin olive oil. Do you know olive oil was meant for cooking? Before Nigerian turned it into prayer oil. Olive oil is meant for cooking. It's meant for cooking. When Nigerian turned it into prayer oil. So when the company saw that Nigerians were making use of their products for prayer, they too also just went with us because they wanted to make sales. Started producing olive oil in small bottles for us to be making use of. So, okay, so coconut oil, because olive oil has some natural healing properties. So when people take them, sometimes they get healed of some of issues going on in their body. It has some healing properties. So Nigerians, some people turn it into something spiritual. Okay, so coconut oil, olive oil, palm oil that was not mixed with dye, then avocado oil. Okay, then when you're cooking your food, choose foods that are boiled or foods that are baked over foods that are fried and grilled. Boiled food is fine, baked food is fine, but fried food, stay away. Grilled food, that means smoked food like suya, smoked food, stay away from them. So if you want to prepare fish, for example, in your meal, you can either fry fish or just boil fish. Okay, go for boiled fish, it's better. If you can eat boiled fish, there's some people who can't eat boiled fish. Okay, that's an exception. Go for boiled fish. Okay, if you have any food that you can boil or bake, go for those ones. Go for baking and boiling over frying and grilling. I hope that is clear. Okay, that's it. So the first one is high intensity interval training, where you couple it with TENS meridian machine. Then the diet has to be adjusted. Okay, and then super supplementation. The nutrients in your bone that has been depleted, that has gone off over the years, that has the calcium in your body that has been depleted from estrogen level decline, testosterone level decline. When you got pregnant, your children taking all of your calcium. When you're breastfeeding, your children taking all of your calcium. When you've eaten meat, you've taken alcohol, you've done all those that and as you aging has also taken a lot of calcium. You need to supplement them back. So now the mistake people make is this: people think you only need calcium. There are 12 key minerals and 64 trace elements and collagen protein that is needed by the bone. It's not only calcium. Calcium is just the major, is the most popular one. Okay, so your bone needs 12 minerals. Magnesium is one of them. 12 solid minerals. Magnesium is there. Phosphorus is there. calcium is also there. It also needs 64 trace elements and then collagen. So if all of these are not complete, bone issue will not go. If you're only taking only calcium, or calcium that only contains, or if you are taking only a calcium supplement that only contains calcium, you will not see improvement. You just keep on complaining that you've been taking calcium all of these years, but nothing. Okay, so your calcium must contain all of these ingredients, all of these nutrients, all of these minerals, 12 minerals, 64 trace elements, and the collagen. Okay, that is one. It's that collagen that makes the bone bond. Especially for those who have accidents and they have issues with their bone broke, and it took them long before their bone healed, because as we grow older, the collagen reduces. Our collagen reduces. So when a young person has maybe bone problem, somebody at age 10, age 20 had bone problem, and they set the bone heals faster compared to somebody of 60 or 50. It's because of that collagen. Now, the second thing is that for calcium, when you take calcium for your bone, for calcium to actually work, you need vitamin D. Vitamin D and magnesium, and your stomach acid has to be 100. Okay? You need vitamin D. Vitamin D is one of is the major vitamin that helps calcium to enter the cell. You can take calcium, but you need vitamin D to help calcium enter the cell. Just as the way you have when you eat sugar, when you eat carbohydrate food, and you have glucose in your blood, you need insulin to help the glucose enter into the cell. So you also need vitamin D to help calcium enter into the cell. So if there's not enough if there's not enough vitamin D that will help calcium enter the cell, calcium will just be floating in your body. And that is what leads to kidney stone. That's why your doctors will tell you, if you have kidney issue, not to take calcium. It's because the calcium that they recommend at the hospital, most of them don't have vitamin D. So the calcium don't enter into the cell. It just floats in the body, and they can start solidifying and start forming gallbladder stone, kidney stone, etc. So the calcium that you want to take must contain vitamin D. That's one. Two, anybody who wants to take calcium must have good stomach acid. Your stomach acid must be okay to help absorption of calcium, and then you must have magnesium. Okay? That is why for a lot of people, some of these things are not available in their body. And vitamin D is one of the vitamins that your body can naturally produce as long as you expose yourself to morning sunlight. If you expose yourself to morning sunlight, the sunlight in the morning, before you have your bath, your body can easily produce vitamin D. But most people don't expose themselves to sunlight. Their entire house, they make use of AC. So they cover their windows. Their car, AC, they cover the window. When they get to their place of work again, AC. They cover all the windows, so they're not exposed to sunlight. And when they're going out into the sunlight, they even use sunscreen, use everything to prevent themselves from exposing themselves to sunlight. So their body is not getting that enough sunlight to produce vitamin D. Some people don't have good stomach acid, and some people don't have magnesium. The magnesium level in their body has gone down. Okay, that's another thing you have to pay attention to. Another reason why most of the calcium supplement out, this is why TN's calcium is different. Another reason why most of the calcium out there don't work. The reason why they fail is because they provide inorganic calcium. Calcium that is not organic, that is not, close to how the body works. It's strange to the body. And they have poor absorption. Most of the calcium out there that you buy at the pharmacy, at the chemist, that's why they are cheap. Some of them have 20% absorption rate. Some of them have 40% absorption rate. I'm going to be showing you a demo. Please, I just want to elaborately explain this tonight, okay? I'll show you a demo that I did myself, okay? So most of those calciums out there don't have good absorption rate, but TN's calcium has 90 to 95% absorption rate. Let me tell you what that means. So if the calcium you are taking has maybe 20% absorption rate, that means when you take the calcium, your body can only absorb 20% of what you took. The remaining 80% is chalk, is limestone. It just forms stones in your body. Okay, so your body can only absorb 20% of it. So the remaining is waste of money. So if you spend 10,000 naira on it, your body can only absorb 20% of 10,000 naira. That's 2,000 naira. That means the remaining 8,000 naira is waste. But TN's calcium has 90 to 95% absorption rate. Okay, let me just show you the demonstration. Okay, but before I go there, another reason why TN's calcium is superior. Our daily recommended intake of calcium, we need about 1,200 milligrams of calcium every day, between 800 to 1,200 every single day. That's what your body needs every day. Every day, 800 milligrams to 1,200 milligrams every day. Okay, that's what you need every single day. Now, where can we get this? We can get some calcium from milk. But for you to get 1,200 milligrams of calcium every day from your milk, that means you have to be taking 4 cups of milk every single day. 4 cups of milk every single day. And that is unrealistic. If you want to get calcium from vegetables, you have to be taking 5 cups. 5 cups filled of leafy vegetable every single day, and when you're taking that, your body can not properly absorb it because it's too much and it is difficult. Or you can also get it from six cups of cooked soya beans every day. That means you have to be taking 6 cups, 6 cups of cooked soya beans every day, every day, every day. Okay. Or you can just simply take 2 to 3 sachets of Tien's calcium powder, just 2 to 3 sachets. And Tien's powder can be used as morning beverage. It has been made that it tastes good, it smells good, and okay. Okay. So to give you all of in Tien's calcium, it contains all of those 12 key minerals. Everything is contained in calcium, in Tien's calcium. You don't need to be buying multiple supplements. In Tien's calcium, all of the key minerals that your body needs, that the bone needs, is there. Magnesium is there, phosphorus is there, vitamin D that your body needs. So even if you're not exposing yourself to sunlight, if you're taking Tien's calcium already contains vitamin D to help your body absorb it. Okay. It contains all the collagen, contains all the trace elements, everything already in one formula. The intense calcium has 95% absorption rate, and it is gentle on digestion. It does not disrupt your stomach, it does not disrupt your belly. Okay, and then it gives you collagen that makes the bone bond. Okay, so it's all in one. So this is the experiment I did. Please pay attention and watch. I won't be showing the brands. I experimented with, I think, 4 other calciums with Tien's calcium. Four of the popular calcium out there at the pharmacy. I experimented with it and see what happens.
I am going to show you a demonstration of 5 different calcium supplements that are one of the most popular calcium supplements in the country right now. They are very common and popular, but I'm going to be protecting the names of this calcium supplement because of the branding. Okay, I don't want to talk down on any brand, but I'm going to show you how these calcium supplements react and how they work in our body. So I'm going to be adding warm water. Okay, so for these calcium supplements, most of them are actually in tablets. Just one of them is in powdered form. So I've done the work. I've made all of them into powdered form, grind them, and made them into powder form. Okay, right. Only this one is in powdered form already. So I'm just going to cut it open. All right, so I'm going to be adding them to the water. I'll mix them up with water here. Okay. Okay, so that has been done. I'm trying to protect the brand as much as possible. Okay, so look at it. I'll try to mix them. You see the differences in how they mix and the differences in their absorption rate. Okay. Okay, so I'll mix it up one last time. Okay, if you look at this, you see that the whole tablet is settling down on that. It's just settling down. So the absorption rate so low. This one as well. Let's see. If you look at the bottom, you will see everything is just settling down at the bottom. So low as well. If you look at this as well, everything is settling down at the bottom. Can you see? Let's see this one as well. Everything is settling down at the bottom. So from my experiment, only this one has has a very, very low settlement, so low, just tiny. Okay. So from research, I figured out that Most of this calcium, they have low absorption rate. The highest of them have just 40%. Some of them have 13, some of them have 19, some of them have 21. Okay, but this one has 95%. 95%. That means that for some of them that have, let's say, 20% or 21, let's say 40%, that's the most popular one, calcium carbonate, 40% elemental calcium. That means if you take 1000 milligram, your body can only absorb, let's say, 400 milligram. So the remaining 600 is, let's just say, is a waste. So they're like chalk that settle down in your body. So when they settle down in your kidney or your gallbladder, they lead to kidney stone and gallbladder stone. That's why you are being told in the hospital not to take calcium when you have kidney issue. Okay, just because of the absorption issue. Then when they settle down in your blood vessels, in your arteries that takes the blood out of the heart, they build up and they cause plaques and they make your blood vessels narrower, leading to high blood pressure, hypertension and all sort of issues, stroke and all sorts. Okay, then when they build up on your joints, they worsen your arthritis. Most times, a lot of people that take calcium supplement are taking it to improve their arthritis condition. But because of the inorganic calcium they are taking that has low absorption rate, it even worsens the arthritis. So what you're supposed to be taking to help you is not even creating more damage. So you just find yourself, revolving or, just working within that cycle of using calcium supplements for years, back to back. You keep on going back to the hospital, the milligram is increased for you. More medication are being added for you. You keep on going that way, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, no solution. It just keeps on getting worse until you're asked to maybe stay at home, not come to the hospital anymore, or look for alternative therapy, or you have to go in for surgery, or they just say you just have to manage it that way till you die. Okay, so that is the downside of most of this calcium, but they are cheap. That is why a lot of people go for them. They are very, very cheap, but the side effects of prolonged usage of these, calcium that are cheap because they are inorganic, what the money you'll be spending on the side effect in the future is even crazier. For example, let's say somebody who is going for this inorganic calcium, because it is cheap, okay, has been on it, and let's say, for example, the chalk are, compiling or accumulating in the kidney, and it leads to a kidney problem. Imagine the volume of money you will need to take care of kidney issue because you are going for cheap calcium, okay? But this, after my research, did a lot of research. There are more than this, okay? We experimented different calcium, plenty, about 10 to 15 of them, okay? Just for the purpose of our time. That's why I'm bringing out just a few of them, okay? The most popular ones, okay? But this one has 95% absorption rate. 95. That means when you take it, minimum of 95% of this is being absorbed into the body because of the process by which this calcium is being formulated, okay? Is formulated through a special fermentation process, okay? And it is very, very superb. And my patients and clients that have been on this for arthritis, for gout, for spondylosis, for spondylitis, for osteoporosis, and all sorts, I've been getting amazing results, super amazing results. So another thing as well is that it has good taste. It has good smell. Unlike most of this one's the smell irritating to people who hate the smell of drugs. This does not smell like drug. It smells like milk. It smells like something like it smells like beverage, something you can easily take. So it's perfect. Can you see? Nothing else. Nothing. No settlement and also. So this is the perfect one. Super biocalcium.
Okay. All right.
I am going to
Okay, so this is the complete. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you really enjoyed that. I just pity those who missed tonight's class. Okay, I pity those who missed this because this is voluminous. Okay, all right. So this is the complete bone and joint nutrition. So for anybody who has bone issue, either from accidents and they want to, they are treating themselves and they want to hasten the recovery, or anybody who is down with arthritis, joint stiffness, osteoporosis, etc. This is the complete package. So the first thing in the pack is TN's calcium powder. TN's calcium powder. Okay, so that's the first one. That's the one I just experimented right here, just for you right now. Okay, so the TN's calcium powder. So it provides all the key bone nutrients, including calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, vitamin D, all of this, and it also rebuilds and strengthens weak bone from inside out. In fact, the deficiency of calcium can cause up to 109 diseases. Okay, so that's the first one. And the second one in the pack is TN's zinc capsule. These are the things anybody who wants to treat themselves or maintain or prevent will be using altogether. Some people are already having these issues, and some people know that from probably genetics, their family, hereditary, they have a lot of people in their family who suffers from bone issue. Maybe their mom, their dad, their brothers, their sisters, and they know that they have a high chance of having it. So you can also make use of this combination to prevent it. So the second one is zinc. Zinc helps to activate osteoblast. Osteoblast is a bone building cell, so it helps rebuild the bone. Then zinc also enhances calcium absorption by working with vitamin D and magnesium. And zinc also supports bone cells repair. Okay. Then the third one is Vitality Soft Gel. These are all TN's products. TN's Vitality Soft Gel. It helps to protect the joint from inflammation and stiffness. It helps, so when you combine all of this, it helps to protect the joint from inflammation and stiffness. It also helps to improve blood flow to the joint and cartilage, because whatever you are using, whatever medication you are, whatever supplement or whatever treatment you are taking, it is the blood that will take it to the joint to heal you. So if there is no proper blood flow to the joint and cartilage, you won't see any results. So Vitality Soft Gel helps to improve blood flow to the joint and cartilage. It also boosts collagen production for flexible and well lubricated joints. It helps to lubricate the joint. So this helps eliminate the stiffness when you combine with all of this, okay? Then the fourth one is TN Spirulina capsule. This Spirulina capsule, it supplies all the vitamins that your bone needs and your body. It supplies all the vitamins except from vitamin D. And you can get that vitamin D from Calcium 1 already. So when you combine this, it's good to go. You are good to go. Supplies all the vitamins you need, all the minerals that your body needs, and your bone. You remember your bone needs about 12 different minerals, okay? And all the amino acids that your bone needs, and also nourishes the body, strengthens your immunity, and complements calcium absorption, okay? That's the fourth one. And the last one is the TN's Meridian machine, okay? Formulated with confocal terahertz wave from United States and bioradiofrequency magnetic energy from Israel and traditional Chinese medicine. So 3 technologies combined together. So it is a cellular energy device that combines terahertz waves effects and bioradiofrequency magnetic energy, which penetrates up to 3 centimeters, reaching the bone to help. So when you combine all of this together, okay, you are going to get a complete bone and joint issue. So anybody wants to prevent bone issue, prevent joint issue, or somebody who is already down and wants to manage it properly and heal himself or speed up healing process, these are the combinations that you can get from TNs and start making use of. Okay, all right. So further instruction, please. All TNs products must be used with warm water. Okay, when you get them, will be those who are interested, will be telling you how to make use of them, the combination, the dosage, and everything. Okay, all TNs products must be used with warm water, and please don't abuse the supplements. Don't continue eating the wrong way and thinking you just use the supplement. You are having bone issue, but you kept on drinking alcohol while you are taking TN's calcium. That is not how it works. You also have to adjust your diet. You also have to adjust what you are eating, and then you also have to complement it with exercise. Okay. Also, all this combination that I just showed you right now is cheaper than the side effect of inorganic products. When you use all of those inorganic products that are harmful, that are cheaper, when the side effect comes, for example, like I shared earlier on, kidney problem, you're spending 50 million, etc., compared to this, okay? Then for excellent results, extensive use is advised. It's not magic. It's not as if you use it today and your bone issue will disappear tomorrow. No. It requires extensive use. You continue using it and you start seeing gradual process. You are using it today, you're already, let's say, 50 or 60. The problem, for example, the example I gave, a woman has been menstruating from age 10 and she's now 50. She reached menopause at 50. That means she menstruated for 40 years. That means calcium has been leaving her body for 40 solid years. And when she's now maybe 55, she's now starting having bone issue. She's now expecting to just use this calcium for 1 day or 2 days and get healed. No. Something that happened, what led to the problem has been happening in her body for 40 solid years. Calcium has been leaching out of her body for 40 solid years. And she don't just expect to just use it for 1-2 days and it goes like that. No. It's not a magic product. You use it continuously and you start seeing gradual improvement. The improvement you see will motivate you to go on with it, okay? So this is not only in Nigeria. Like I said earlier on when you join, TNs is present in 110 countries, and there are so many testimonials. There are testimonials from even top people, from top nutritionists in the world, top medical doctors in the world, etc. I just put this one out for you. Just listen to this and we round up. Listen to this testimonial from one of the biggest nutritionists in the world about this TNS calcium and TNS products.
Tianxi has some of the best products that I have ever seen. I'm a nutritionist, and my background is in nutrition and herbs in the United States. I have written 58 books that have been translated into 17 different languages, some of them. And collectively, those 58 books have sold about 19 million copies worldwide. Some have been better sellers than others. But in all that time, and in looking at all of the products that are out there, I have come to find that this company has some products that are revolutionary, that have already changed the lives of many. I wanted to try the high calcium out as an example on people that I know, some of my staff and friends and family. There is one lady who works for me who suffered from osteoporosis. She's been with me for 10 years. She's my secretary. She had tried many, many products, and none of those calcium products worked. She was put on the high calcium, and within about 4 weeks, her osteoporosis condition began to improve. She saw results. She became a believer. Another individual had had a compromised immune system, and this individual had suffered from allergies and from low-grade infections over a period of several years. I recommended the immune formula. The result was that this individual started taking the immune formula, and within about 3 weeks, this person was on the road back again to better immune health. The infections cleared up. The allergies stopped. The constant sinus problems and that ceased. Both of these individuals became converts to the products because they worked. The products work because they have integrity behind them. The company works because it has people of leadership such as Mr. Lee and his associates who are men of integrity. And this company can go.
All right. Okay, so let's I hope you heard that. Dr. John is one of the biggest nutritionists in the world. He has written 58 books, 58 different books. One of the biggest in the United States, okay? When it comes to the field of nutrition, he's top, one of the top, okay? So making use of TNS products for his patient and etc. Okay, so that's how big and effective this is, okay? So let's, I hope tonight's session was impactful. I hope you're able to, learn what you're supposed to learn, okay? So let's hang it up here. Let's hang it up here. I only have just one thing to say before we ask our question. And I want to address this, okay? It's just at the bottom or at the body of the pack of TNS product, you always find this inscription. They will tell you, okay, I think I have the calcium here. Hold on. Yes, I have the calcium here. I have the zinc here that I'm personally using. Okay, so you always have it on the body. They will tell you, okay, let me read exactly how it is on the pack. Used, they say healthcare effect, used as calcium supplements in calcium deficiency state. They now proceeded to say, these claims have not been evaluated by NAFDAC. This product is not intended to cure, prevent, or diagnose any disease or ailment, okay? It's usually in the bottles of all supplements, okay? It's according to the law, okay? So this line does not mean the product does not work, okay? Let me just clear that, okay? It simply means the product is a food supplement and not a drug. TNS products are not drugs, they are food supplements, okay? That's supplements, nutritional supplements, cellular supplements, cellular food, okay? All right, so drugs are manufactured to treat symptoms, and they must go through expensive clinical trials before approval. While supplements, on the other hand, are natural nutritional support. They help the body heal itself by giving it the nutrients it lacks. So what supplement does, what TN supplement does is it goes into the body and supplies the body the nutrients it lacks. So once the body gets the nutrients it lacks, the body understands how to do the healing. But drugs, when you take drug comes in and force its way out, force its way inside the body to try to, take care of you. And by so doing, it disrupts a lot of things. That's why drugs have side effects. Now, every supplement in the world, even vitamin C, even omega-3, even all of these, if all of the supplement that you buy in the pharmacy, whether it is a chemical supplement or a natural supplement, they carry that same statement. Check all supplements, okay? It is a legal requirement worldwide for supplements. That is what they use to differentiate between what anything you are buying in the pharmacy, if it is a supplement or a drug, and it shows transparency. Okay, so TNs is not pretending to be drugs. They are designed to help your body, to repair your body, to rebuild your body, and to help you recover naturally without side effects. So that's what that means. Okay, so with that being said, if you have any question with regards to tonight's discussion, let us share. So you can buy all of these products as even your personal PV, okay? As your personal PV. You can buy the combination of the calcium, the zinc, the vitality, the sweetener for yourself, for your wife, for your parents, your dad, your mom, or anyone, okay? As a combination, that can be your personal PV for this month, for next month, okay? We're just sharing this so that you know the functions of all this product, okay? So if you have any question, let me know. If you have any question, let me know in the chat. Okay. So let me see if I can unmute. Okay, so you can unmute yourself if you have any question, and then you ask your question. Okay. Any question from tonight's discussion? Can unmute yourself, or you can just type your question in the chat. Okay. So while we are waiting for a couple of questions, let me just go through the ongoing promo just to refresh our mind. Okay, we have the Uni Women promo ongoing. If you buy 2 Uni Women, you collect 1. Okay, we have the mobile phone promo where you get a mobile phone worth 480,000 naira by December. So the promo has been on since September to December. So if you upgrade to if you upgrade to 6-star rank and you buy your PPV every month, you will get a mobile phone worth 480,000 naira, almost $500,000, apart from your bonuses. Okay, that's ongoing right now. Okay, there's the Morocco trip as well. The Morocco trip is going to end on the 28th of this month. Okay, it has been going on since 29th of August, and it's going to end on 28th of this month. So all you just need is to upgrade to 7-star. So if you upgrade to 6-star, you get a mobile phone. From 6-star, if you upgrade to 7-star, you go to Morocco for free. Okay, and you make sure you are buying your personal PV. As you can see, the requirement of personal PV is reflecting everything. Personal PV, this one too, personal PV. Okay, all right. Then there's another one. There's the motorbike promo. This one is ending 28th of December. You'll be given 1.8 million naira cash to buy a motorbike. You can do whatever you want to do with it. You can do your birthday with it. Okay, okay. All right. So all you just need is to upgrade to 7-star. So there are 2 incentives you get to upgrade to 7-star. The first incentive is you go to Morocco for free to go and relax. Okay, and the second is you'll be given 1.8 million naira cash to get a motorbike. Okay, and so the second criteria, apart from upgrading to 7-star, is that you must meet your personal PV requirement. That's why we are emphasizing personal PV. Okay, okay, and then another one, which is the last one, is the car upgrade promo, where you get 3.6 million naira to upgrade your car. Okay, all right. So all you just need to do is to upgrade yourself to 8-star. And then make sure you are buying your monthly PPV every month. There's something about the monthly PPV. You might believe you might not be able to win this month, but something can happen in your network tomorrow. You can bring in somebody in your network, or down, somebody in your network, and one of the downlines down below can just bring in somebody, and that person will be crazy about this business, and they will do it bigly. And then you just find yourself qualifying next month. But because you've missed the personal PV for one of the months previously when you think you can't win, you miss the promo. So that's why monthly personal PV, your PV is important every single month. And then your personal PV can be used for your health. You use it for your health also to upgrade yourself. And then your personal PV, from your personal PV, you get a discount which will be paid to you. Okay, you also get some bonuses from that. And then when all of your downlines are also buying their personal PV, you are buying your personal PV, all of your downlines coming in are also buying their personal PV, you also be getting paid. So if you have 1,000 downlines or you have 50 downlines, all of them are buying their personal PV. From personal PV alone, you'll be getting paid in thousands, hundreds of thousands of naira. Okay, so that's briefly the promo. So any question with tonight's discussion? Any question? Any question? So very good. So next week Wednesday again, we'll be up here with another amazing topic. Tonight was extensive. Okay. We'll be up here with another. Make sure you are not missing all the Wednesday's training, or every Wednesday. Make sure you're not missing any of the training, because regularly we'll be bringing in all of these stuff. We'll be doing repetition. No, at some point we'll be repeating some of the things we've said before to reinforce the knowledge in our head to make it stick. Okay. And if you have any question as we go on in the group, you can drop your question in the group. Those who are using the Facebook ad already are already getting people into their group already. Okay, I think we have had a couple of people already, have about 200 people in their group already, 200. Okay, so make sure you follow the instructions, open your WhatsApp group, do what you have to do. You can invite one-on-one, you can invite a group of people, you can organize maybe your colleague or whatever, and then you can also use Facebook. There are multiple ways. Okay, if you have questions in regards to that, drop your question in the group, and make sure you're always checking the group. Informations are always being dropped in the group regularly. This is your business. This is your life here. This is what you want to do to help you get to the next level. So you have to give it the attention it needs. Okay. All right. So with that being said, let's bring this to a stop. Okay. I hope you learned today. I hope you got value today, and I hope this is going to impact your life and it will affect how you start living as from tomorrow. Till I see you next week Wednesday. Stay healthy, stay wealthy, stay positive. God bless you. Good night.